morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show right here on Shaw TV, episode number 114. My name is Matt Carter. I'm very excited for another amazing episode coming up today. Our musical guests in right behind me, we have Gold and Shadow, self-described as art rock from Vancouver Island. They're releasing a brand new EP this month entitled Birdhouse to go along with a Western Canadian tour. And actually, the musicians right now are doing double duty with a band called The Stacks, which also just released a recent EP and also did a Western Canadian tour. So real excited to hear about some of their tunes from both bands over the course of the hour. Now, also on the show today, Recreation Coordinator Deb Beck, one of our most popular guests, who's usually out riding bikes out in the rain. She's under the safety and cover here of the Shaw TV studios to talk about some June Nanaimo programs, including Family Fishing Day. Again, that's where you don't let sleeping rods lie. And also Family Fun Night. Now, our noted mariner, Brian Sugiyama, he's going to cast his line and go fishing for some of the details on these events. And that, of course, is because he wants to, not just for the halibut. Not just for the halibut. Anyways, our own Captain Lewis, all hands on back. He's also going to introduce us to the Global Watch Club, which is not a consortium that gets together to discuss timepieces, but actually a group through Wellington Secondary School that meets to discuss local and global events through varying themes each month. So yes, the youth, they're out there getting plugged into what's going on. We'll find out more from some Wellington students, Zoe Thompson and Rochelle Matthews. Now, of interest to women in the Nanaimo area who like to play hockey, the Nanaimo Islanders Female Hockey Association is celebrating its 20th anniversary and, of course, looking to sign up some more players for the upcoming season. So Brian, who once got a delay of game penalty on a breakaway, he's going to sit down, chill out, and find out more about the association from Association President Jackie Onsescu and, I believe, the MVP of the league, Leslie Winchell. Now, from one overtime winner to another, we've coerced the gregarious Kim Plumley to come back to the show again. And while she hasn't brought me any beer on this episode, she is going to be working with Chef Vivian Maltesen from New York Style Pizza up in the North End, as well as Big Apple Catering. And I think on this show, we finally will be getting our just desserts. All right, but first, it sounds like Kim's going to kick off the show with a bit of a statement. In this case, it's a fashion statement, so whether you're wearing sweatpants or tuxedo, wear whatever suits you while you're watching the show right here on Shaw TV.
With some of our great community members, and today I'm joined by Heather McLeod of Fig. She's Fig Clothing and Jewelry. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
How are you?
Great.
Good.
Thanks.
I am
so much.
loving your clothes. So I want to know, how did you decide on Fig Clothing?
You mean the name?
Yeah.
Well, figs are something that I love.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just something that I thought, oh, okay, I totally love it. Of course, there's the obvious fig leaf as a covering, but I thought that was a bit obvious, and so I just settled on fig.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, that's great. So why did you decide on the opening this wonderful boutique store?
Well, I live on Gabriola, and last year I did this just sort of pop-up thing in the summer, and it went so well with these clothes. I actually worked for my friends who designed these clothing on Salt Spring, and I worked in Ganges for them, and just saw that the clothes just sold themselves,
right.
and that they could just fit so many different things, and so I thought I would go ahead and give it a try, and I just thought, oh, let's try Nanaimo instead, and my daughter found me a great little space, and it just kind of went from there.
So where's your space? You're right downtown.
I'm right downtown. It's 70 Church Street, right behind the Dorchester, across from the Anglican Church.
Right.
Tiny little space at the end there.
But you're full of awesome.
I'm full of awesome.
I love
it.
So, okay, tell me a little bit about the items you carry. Tell me about these clothes.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and talk about Sun. So Kim is wearing the heather.
That's right.
Here.
You can see the
it's
detailing.
all pulled up on the side here, and then she has a pair of the Winona pants on, and she has them tied up on the side. This is actually a palazzo pant.
Oh, sorry, I got that with a wire.
Yeah, and in the blackberry, and because it rains so much here, it's great. We just tie them up on the side, and off you go, and it's not dragging through the water. So this is the heather tunic and the Winona pant, and both of these things come in a variety of different colors.
Right. Yeah.
As well. So that's those two.
I got to tell you, I probably had at least 8 people ask me about these pants today.
I know.
They're amazing, and many colors, right?
Yes, I have 3 pairs at home myself.
I'm getting more pair.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your outfit, darling.
Okay, so I'm wearing the Om Cardi wrap, and you can wrap it around, tie it, flip it up here, do all sorts of things like that, and the tulip dress. And I'm wearing a pair of leggings from the Leg Art Company, a couple of local ladies. You can go to legart.ca. And a couple of local ladies from Cedar and Duncan who bring these into my store. But this is kind of fun because you can just you can wear it to work. It's casual still, but it's still what would say like I'm
Contrived
covering. Yes,
casual.
thank you. You know, but if later you decide that you want to go out to say the blues jam or something on Sunday afternoon at the Queen's, you can take this off. We'll just put this here. I love round, by the way. I have round glasses
Lots of brown glasses.
in the store.
Awesome.
And then you just take this, and this is what's fun about these clothes, and you tie it up. And so you see here, we have like that, and then we have another little underlayer here.
You can go
and
hang
then
out at any market.
off you
can hang out
go.
at
You're ready
any-
for the
Look at
blues
you,
jam.
you rock
Okay.
star.
There you go. Very
awesome.
versatile.
That's right. Yay. It's fantastic. And that's what I love about the clothing. Comfortable, but the versatility is quite fabulous, right? Like, and that's
Yeah.
why you can get one outfit, but you can get so many different looks.
Yeah, that's right.
So what kind of colors do we have there?
Okay, we have everything from blackberry to, let me see, they call this
Blackberry's
sea foam. We have lapis, we have black, we have raspberry, and on and on and on. There's
Yeah.
just a million different colors and styles that you can get there.
So,
Yeah.
and you also carry amazing jewelry pieces, which we'll see in our
Yeah.
next piece with the
Yeah.
fashion show.
Little bits and pieces. This is a piece that somebody on Gabriola made with these little turquoise earrings here that go with it as well.
Good. Well, I'm
Yeah.
really excited because we're going to do a fashion show in a couple segments. We're going to have
Yes.
some fun with that.
We are.
And we're going to see a variety, how these clothes work with everybody. So I'm really excited. I don't know, though, if Brian can quite pull these outfits off, but we will see. Hey, Brian, we're going to head over to Brian right on the main stage.
Thanks, Kimberly. I'm not sure if I can pull those off, but certainly great items. Look very comfortable. I've got with me Deborah Beck, who is the recreation coordinator with the Department of Recreation, Parks, Recreation, and Environment. And we're going to talk about a couple of events, one of which is Family Fishing Weekend, June 17th to 19th. And that's this June. And I guess it's at Colliery Dam. Tell us a little bit about that event, Deb.
Well, the Family Fishing Weekend is a weekend where you get a complimentary fishing license, so you don't have to fork out any money for the fishing license. And we actually have a fishing day. So our family fishing day is on the Sunday. We're at Colliery Dam this year, which we're so excited about because we've been at Westwood the last couple of years, which we love, but we're excited to be at Colliery Dam. If you've ever been there, it's just this beautiful little oasis, and it's a great place to fish. So we have our event planned on Sunday, June 19th, so it's a Father's Day. Great thing to do with Dad from 10 until 2. And Freshwater Fisheries is our host putting it on. They are doing a fish release at 1 o'clock, which is always a highlight of our event. And it's a chance for kids to come down and get a little bucket with some fish in it and put it into the dam, into the water. They do stock the lake ahead of time, so there will be lots of fish in there, and hopefully we'll see some kids catch them. We have a number of different community groups that will also be there providing activities and helping the kids fish. For example, Wholesale Sports will be there, Cabela's will be there, our Go Fish Learn to Fish program will be there, all helping people learn how to fish. And a lot of other community groups just with activities and events going on. So it's a really, really fun event to come and hang out, enjoy Colliery Dam, and spend some time with Dad.
And you have one of the items or one of the prizes, and there's several of these prizes.
Yeah, so these are from BC Freshwater Fisheries, and they are giveaways. So we will have 20 lucky kids go home with one of these fishing rods after our event.
Good. The next event, and we should talk about it too, 29th of June. It's about 4 weeks from now. And so you'll miss the next show that I'm doing. And it's going to be Family Fun Night and barbecue at Departure Bay at the water park site.
That's right. We started this a couple of years ago just as a really fun way to wrap up school, say school is done, and welcome summer. And it's celebrating everything summer. So we have the Qantas group is going to be doing a barbecue for us. Nanaimo Food Share will be doing a salad bar, and they are part of our playground program. They do a salad bar on Wednesday nights, and that information is all online. We'll have information on our playground programs, on our camps. We have science in the park. We have some water sports. We have activities happening. We have music, kind of promoting our concerts in the park. Ian Johnstone, and we have a new group called the Island Time Saxophone Quartet. They're going to be playing music for us. And it's just a really, really fun time to come down to the park, hang out, enjoy the neighbors. It's neat to see community groups coming together and neighbors coming together that you wouldn't normally talk to or you might not see. And just hanging out in Centennial Park down in Departure Bay. It's a beautiful park to be at. every year we've had just a whole number of people coming down, and it's really a fun way to spend the night.
I think and this is a great time to start to introduce the new items in the water park that just came out in last year, plus the new walkway down on Departure Bay. So everything's sort of spiffed up, some great chance to find out about the programs that the department's going to be running this summer. If you haven't booked your kids up, now's the time to do that and get them lined up for your summer. You don't want to get them bored. And so Family Fun Night on the 29th of June, that's a Wednesday night, and then Family Fishing Weekend, to recap again, June 17th through 19th, and the big day is Sunday the 19th. You can get that information. I think it's all on Parks, Recreation, Culture's website through the city at nanaimo.ca, and you'll find out all the things you can do. Because right now, parents are really starting to get panicky. What can I do with my kids? So there's some things happening, a chance to take part in all those events. It's not all register. You might just drop in at the playground programs. So we'll just send that back to our entertainers, Golden Shadow.
missing Sara, the search for the missing armor. Mama, you were the sunlight trickling through my veins. We searched for the broken body, we looked for the killer's order. Mama, inside your little locket, baby, you said it wasn't worth it, but was it? You were the sunlight trickling through my veins. Sara, tell me everything you are now that I can't even feel your pulse, and every little thought going so well, every little thing timed to your heartbeat. I lie still in the clothes you wore, I won't ever not hear you breathing. Every little thought that was going so well, every little thing timed to your heartbeat. Search for the missing Sara, search for the missing armor. Mama, search for the missing Sara, search for the missing armor. Mama.
Sara? Sara, you in there? Searching for Sara. Search for Sara from Gold and Shadow with the pity laugh there. I do appreciate that. Very nice stuff. Anyways, really happy to have these guys here. We're also going to have another song from them in about 7 minutes' time, this time representing the Stack, so stick around for that. And of course, also an interview later on this hour. You sure you're not in there, Sara? Sure you're in there? Anyways, quick note before we move on with the show about important returning fundraiser and activity here in Nanaimo. It's the Canadian Cancer Society's Relay for Life, which makes a return to the NDSS Rotary Track on June 17th. So what is this? I've been there. It's teams of 3 to 15 people representing businesses, neighborhoods, community groups, families. Basically, they fundraise and then take turns walking, running, or strolling around the track. And one of the really cool parts about the event is the first lap is known as the Survivors Victory Lap, where cancer survivors walk the lap to acknowledge and celebrate the courage in battling the disease. Often their caregivers walk with them. So a very, very powerful and poignant moment there at the event. In addition to all that, the walking, there's other ceremonies, music, snacks, camaraderie, and much more. And again, for those who have participated in the past years, it's a bit shorter this year. The event now is only 6 hours, going from 6 p.m. until midnight. So do get involved and support the Canadian Cancer Society's Nanaimo Relay for Life 2016, taking place Friday, June 17th at the NDSS Rotary Track. Check out relayforlife.ca to register or to get more information. And for all you other Vancouver Island viewers out there, you should notice there are similar events in Courtenay, June 11th, Campbell River, June 17th, and down in Victoria on June 24th. Now, we're going to go over this way now and turn things back over to Kim and Heather, who aren't trying to close the show, but they're trying to clothe the show. Clothe the show.
Hi. Hey, I'm so excited. We're going to do a fashion show. We're going to do fig clothing and jewelry. Very fresh, very fun. I'm very excited about this. Okay, so we're going to showcase some amazing things. Okay, so who do we have coming out first to talk about items?
So first of all, we have Kaylee, our very beautiful and very pregnant model.
She's gorgeous.
You'll notice she's wearing sunglasses, round sunglasses. In my store are only round sunglasses. I look everywhere for round glasses and can never find them. So I thought, no, only round sunglasses. Don't bother trying to find anything else. This is the Carmen, and if you just do a little spin
I love
there,
that tie in the back.
It's a high in the front, it's low in the back, and yes, it's also got a low neckline there.
The back, yeah, it's amazing.
So underneath that, Kaylee is wearing the Vancouver skirt, which comes in a lot of different colors. It has a really wide band, so it's really good for pregnant women. So this is what she's wearing. She has some black pearls on that I picked up when I was in Mexico. These are Mexican black pearls. And she's wearing a beaded collar.
Yeah.
So this is Kaylee, and thank you.
Good, and we're gonna hang out, and we got even more things. More round glasses coming our way. Come on down.
And this is Danielle.
Danielle, awesome. Barefoot, lovely, but not pregnant.
No.
Okay, we're gonna be clear on that.
Not pregnant. So Danielle is wearing something that is completely different. So we have this sort of forest look. So if you're wanting to be a bit of an elf, then you can wear, or a pixie, these are the pixie pants, and the Maya side tunic with the little hoodie. And now it's a sleeveless tunic. She just had on one of the little shrugs, but she can take that off and show her beautiful tattoos.
Beautiful.
And so this is Danielle wearing something completely different in the carnelian and chocolate.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You honestly, it's stunning, and I love your tattoos. Really fabulous. Okay, so we've got.
Thank you, Danielle.
We have
Thank you
Noelle
so
coming
much.
out. No, what's cool about Noelle? Noelle actually came into Fig Clothing and Jewelry today to buy an outfit, and now she's modeling. So that works.
So what I like about this is that Noelle put on something that was completely different, and so we have this sort of kind of business-like, or it can be just a little black dress, and it's something completely different again than what you're seeing with Kim or me or Kaylee or Danielle. So we have something a bit more business-like. This is the Leah dress. We have a little polka dot cotton scarf here, and again, she's wearing the pearls from Mexico.
Absolutely wonderful. Can you tell me, like, who designs these clothes?
Okay, so this is friends of mine, Tara and Rue Huth, and they live on Salt Spring Island, and they own Homegrown Clothing. You can go to homegrown.ca, and they're also on Facebook. They work with tailors in Thailand that they have a long-standing relationship with. So they're all fair trade, mostly in a rayon fabric, which is a wood fiber.
Right, so
fabric.
we're really keeping it really as local as we can. We're working with a lot of fair trade. It's really a wonderful thing.
That's
and all
right.
the looks are so wonderfully different.
That's right, and you can do a lot of different things, and the price point is really good too.
I know.
Yeah, it's good to remember that.
Yeah, and then you can get a lot of looks out of these things, right?
Like this dress is $42.
Are you kidding me?
No. It's
Wow.
$42.
See, it's a sweet deal, and you can do anything with that outfit. Yeah, very exciting. Oh, Noelle, I'm glad you came shopping at Fig today. Well, thanks for coming
Thank you,
out.
Noelle.
That's really exciting. So, okay, so now you are downtown.
That's right.
You're just at the corner behind the Dorchester there.
Right there where the tip is. You know, where
Okay.
the new Pirates Tip and the Anglican Church, right there. I
Perfect,
can hear
okay.
the bells ringing.
Good. Well, I know I met you through the Nanaimo Chamber of Commerce, and it's really exciting because I was just right in this moment coming in, and then I had to buy clothes. So I'm really excited about meeting you and seeing what you have to offer Nanaimo and surrounding areas.
It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now I want to let you know that Heather is open from 10 till 5:30, but Golden Shadow is doing a song called Open Until Midnight. So we're going to just head over to Golden Shadow, have some fun with them. They're fantastic.
Christ had 12 disciples. I'm gonna lay my head down low, shake off these curses and count my blessings before they send me down the road. And sure as Peter preached the gospel, fit to make us sinners sweat. You know I would fight for survival, but I won't die with no regrets. 'Cause he called himself the Son, 'cause the Son is strong, but the Son don't wanna let me leave. Told myself to get going, well the getting is good, but the Son don't wanna let me breathe. Christ had 12 disciples. I'm gonna lay my head down low, shake off these curses and count my blessings before they send me down. As sure as Peter preached the gospel, made a believer out of me. You know I would fight for survival, but I won't die in Galilee. 'Cause he called himself the Son, 'cause the Son is strong, but the Son don't wanna let me leave. Told myself to get going, well the getting is good, but the Son don't wanna let me breathe. 'Cause he called himself the Son, 'cause the Son is strong, but the Son don't wanna let me leave. Told myself to get going, well the getting is good, but the Son don't wanna let me breathe. No, the Son don't wanna let me breathe. No, the Son don't wanna let me.
Thank you, Golden Shadows. That was awesome. So tonight I have with me two representatives of Global Watch. Global Watch is a club at Wellington Secondary School that treats issues of, as the name suggests, global and local significance, things like women's issues, child poverty, and the environment, and so on and so forth. So Zoe Thompson and Rochelle Matthews, welcome to the show. Awful good of you to join me. So your teacher, social studies teacher, Mr. Aruda, he founded your organization or your club some years ago. And I have a little something here where he kind of speaks about the kind of stuff that your club has done. I'm just going to take a little time to read some of it. He says, the club has been in operation for well over 2 decades. Issues have included slavery, child labor, plight of women locally and globally, led an annual white ribbon campaign every December, sold white roses, led a protest on Bill C-51, and held 2 major Global Watch fairs in which we invited several dozen groups in the local community, including NGOs. Very impressive. So Zoe, you're the president of the club this year, correct?
Yes.
So with all of that, all the stuff that you've been part of, what's the most exciting thing that you've had to do with?
Well, this past month we did a huge presentation about Syrian refugees. So we brought in a family and another refugee who worked for the Multicultural Society. And we basically organized this presentation for the community as well as the students, and we spoke about refugees are brought into Canada or what the situation is overseas. And it went really well. I'm very proud of how that turned out for us.
I believe that some of the community was invited to that. How would you say that impacted the community?
I think it impacted the community in a very good way. Like it showed them what Nanaimo is doing in the whole Syrian refugee situation. Like it's a global thing that's going on right now, and it's very relevant. And to show that Nanaimo, is part of this, and we're helping people, we're bringing people in. I think it really puts Nanaimo on the stage in a very positive light.
Now, Rochelle, you were part of that. You read a poem.
Yes, I was a member of the club, and I helped out at the presentation. And I wrote a poem to make it seem so that the Syrian refugee plight would seem more relatable to people who don't really understand what they're going through.
Do you think it got the message across to the people, to the students, and the others that were at that panel discussion?
I would hope so. I definitely tried very hard to incorporate their experiences in the poem.
So I'd like to ask now, how would you say that your involvement in this club has impacted you and your fellow students?
Well, I believe it's impacted greatly upon everybody, especially in the club, in the school in general. Mr. Aruda, our teacher, was a huge supporter of this club. He's a great person. He took this club and he made it so that it was relevant to the school while connecting us to the outside world. He's really a great person. He sees you more as like a person. He's a mentor inside classrooms and outside of classrooms. He sees you as a person, not a student.
Sounds like he's been a real mentor and a huge impact on everybody he's had to do with.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I worked with him a lot, like after school to get the presentation together and organizing. And so he's always there. He's always there to help you out and work with you. And he's a wonderful teacher, wonderful man to have around.
So what kind of a world would you like to see? You're the young people, you're the future generation. What kind of world do you want? What kind of world are you looking for?
I think that we can build a world that is more open and accepting, and I believe that this generation definitely cares more about the environment, politics, social issues, and I believe that we can change that. We can mold the world we want to see.
Would you echo that, Chloe?
I do. Like you've seen in recent years now, people our own age and even younger are so much more involved and interested in politics and everything. So I think it's good. I'm glad. Like I can see this going in a good direction.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, listen, I think the future is in good hands with youth like you stepping up to take the reins. And I really want to thank you to come on the show with me, and congratulations, and keep up the good work with Global Watch.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So now I'm going to throw it over to Matt Carter, who's going to have a little interview with Golden Shadow.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much, Louis. Appreciate that. And also thank you, Zoe and Rochelle, for being on the show as well. As Louis said, the world obviously is in very good hands with youth getting involved in that. My clipboard, on the other hand, is in sort of kind of clammy hands. I got to go dry off a little bit later on. Anyways, right now it is time for our musician interview. We got Dane, Matt, and Jordan here representing not only Golden Shadow, but also the Stacks. 2 bands for the price of 1. Great stuff. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today on the show.
No, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, stoked. I mean, I actually saw you Golden Shadow first time in the Corner Lounge many, many years ago. And I always thought, wow, that's like one of the bands with the most original sound coming out of the town right now. So really glad you guys doing well.
Years ago.
The good old days.
Yeah,
exactly.
the best days.
The best days. All right, I'm going to talk to Dane here first, representing Golden Shadow. Now, you guys are releasing a new EP and going on tour. I want to touch on that here in a little bit. But first off, give us a little sort of Golden Shadow one-on-one, how the band got together.
Sure, totally. So we started 8 years ago here in Nanaimo, kind of like Matt said, dating us for a while. But we've still been going, and last year we put out a record called Torch, which was our kind of debut full length. Took us that long. Now we're releasing an EP called Birdhouse that we're really proud of. So in those 8 years, we've managed to release that record. We went on tour last year. We've played around the city a lot. Been happy to be involved in the Nanaimo music scene for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah. 8 years is nothing to sneeze at for sure. You mentioned you went on tour last year. You're going on tour again, Western Canada here, coming up real soon.
Yep.
What sort of lessons did you learn on that first tour? that you now can grow from and learn from on the second tour?
You can only trust Google Maps so much before it lets you down. You really need to always leave extra hours in your drive time, because if you go by what Google Maps says and you leave 8 hours and it takes 8 hours to get your destination, you can't actually stop to pee or anything. You're driving straight there in order to get there on time. So.
The joys of touring in Canada.
Yes.
Was there one particular province where Google Maps let you down?
I don't know if it let us down in one particular province. It's more just the drive times where we had some serious situations, like driving way over the speed limit to get to a radio interview that we made the last 5 minutes of. So.
All right, well, I know that no members of the RCMP ever watch this show, so you guys are okay
Great.
there. So. Let's talk about the new album here, Birdhouse.
Yep.
Tell us about it, and what's the sound like, and also I guess it represents actually some place here in Nanaimo, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the breakdown is Jordan here lives in a house kind of known for housing a lot of young men. And it's very messy, it's very kind of quirky. So we kind of wanted to, all the songs were birthed there because we were rehearsing there. So we kind of wanted to pay tribute to it. So actually Matt did the artwork for the record, and he kind of hand drew these little scenes from inside the house. So if you get the digital booklet, it's got all these cool hand drawings. Yeah, and then the record is actually, oh yeah, he's got
Here we go, here we go.
Cover. You can see the house front and back.
There comes Charlotte on there. Beautiful. All right, so again, Berto, so we're going to talk about the CD release show and where to listen to the album here shortly. I want to get Jordan up on the mic now, as we got just a few minutes left in the interview. Now, again, both you guys, or all you guys here, again, obviously you're in the art, but also in two bands. And so the other band you guys are representing some of the songs we've heard today are from the Stacks. So tell us about the Stacks, and I guess you guys also released an album recently as well and did a tour.
Yeah, we sure did. The Stacks is Matt and I's brother band, along with the drummer, Ben Wangle. We recently
that's teamwork right there as well.
You know,
Mike does,
I'm here for you.
Yes. Dane actually did some executive production on the record we just put out as well. A lot of it recorded at his own home.
So what is it about all you guys and the two bands and members together that works so well?
The beards.
Okay, that's one answer. No, we saw the Stacks play. So Golden Shadow was at a Stacks show, and we saw these two guys, and we have this habit of eyeing up musicians we really like and assimilating them into our band. So now we've got both Matt and Jordan in our band too. So it's one big family.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, so we got about 1 minute left here. So let's talk about the CD release tour. About 11 dates or so, a couple in Vancouver, but also across Western Canada. Where can people find out more about the tour dates and about the band, about Golden Shadow in particular in general?
Totally, yeah. Go to our website, goldandshadow.com. And we both have Facebook pages. Go to just search for Golden Shadow on Facebook or The Stacks, and you should be able to find us. All our tour dates are on there, all the information about the upcoming album release, and all kinds of fun exclusives and stupid videos and all the stuff that people put online these days.
I was just saying that through the album release, there's a big one in Nanaimo where, again, both bands are playing.
Yes.
And again, we're on TV here. We want to promote this, let folks know. So yeah, what's the big show on the 17th?
Yeah, so June 17th is Friday. Come out to the Queens. It's the Stacks and Golden Shadow and a brand new band called Young Babylon. And
this is incredible cross promotion right here.
I'm in the band as well.
So come out to that. It's going to be a really great show. So we're going to try to load up the Queens and sell it out.
Awesome. All right. Well, congratulations on the new EP, Birdhouse. Congratulations to the Stacks as well on the new record and the tour as well. So let's get some more songs for you guys right now. Again, with some Golden Shadow tunes coming up later on. Right now, a tune from the Stacks, a little track called Things I Do. Here for you on the show, right here on Shaw TV. Take it away, gentlemen.
I've got a diamond and she shines without a flaw. My love for her is justice, my affection is the law. I've got a bottle of that Daniels in the truck, so settle up, boys. Oh, the things I do for love. obsession and adherence to the cause. I've got a diamond, I can look past all her flaws. Boy, I don't like it when the moon shines in the barn. I said, my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, the things I do for you. No more anger in my bones. There's no more dirt inside my home. No more dust along the road. It's just my footsteps at your door. There's no more rolling, 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 no. Oh, the things I do, the things I do, the things I do, the things I do for you. Passion and it brings me to my knees so surely. This action is gonna justify the evil means. Now, brother never wanted to be the one. Brother never wanted to be all the things I wouldn't do for you. You know, there's not many things I wouldn't do for you. No more anger in my boots. There's no more dirt inside my home. No more dust along the road. It's just my footsteps at your door. There's no more rolling, 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 no. All the things I do, the things I do, the things I do, the things I do for you.
Once again, that was Golden Shadow. And just something I want to mention now is we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Nanaimo Islanders Female Hockey Association. And I think I've been around too long because I can remember when this group started. So it's been in existence for some 20 years. There's been some females playing hockey for over 20 years now, but the growth in this association has been tremendous. So I want to have, I've got Leslie Winchell, who's going to be, we've identified as a longtime Islander hockey player, and Jackie Onsescu, who is the current president of the Islanders Female Hockey Association. So Leslie, tell us a little bit about the history and what went on at the start some 20 years ago.
It's hard to believe that it has been 20 years because it feels like it's only been the last couple of years that I've been playing. But it was about 1996. There was a group of ladies who were regulars at public skating because they had a nice time where they were learning to play hockey and they weren't getting a lot of extra skating and ice time practice. And they were at the rink and they said, come and play, come join us. We want to start a league, we want to start a team in Nanaimo. And I laced up, I borrowed some gear, and the rest is, so to speak, history because I was hooked after that. And I guess it goes back to when the Islanders first started playing. It was at the old Civic Arena. There's lots of great memories of the old wooden Civic Arena and our late night ice times. And we worked hard to recruit ladies to come and join us and tell them how much fun we'd have, and then we'd have to tell them that it was a midnight ice time, and they would relentlessly pack their bags and come to the rink. And slowly, as the numbers grew, the opportunities for better ice times and expanding to 2 teams and then to 3 teams, the number of opportunities for ladies in the earlier evenings. I don't want to say it's too early, but the midnight ice times down at Civic Arena do seem like a long time ago.
Oh, and now you're playing at, I guess, at Frank Crane Arena and at the Cliff McNabb Arena, I guess. Yeah. So, Jackie, tell us a little bit about what the current status is. And I guess you're looking at registering more players. You want to increase those numbers. What's the current number sits at? For last year?
We ended the season last year about 130 women registered, and we started with about 30 10 years ago. So about 10 years ago, we had about 30 women. So we ended last year at 130. We typically, in the past, have done registration later into September, but this year we're bumping it up to June 15th. We're trying to encourage women to sign up earlier so we can better structure the league for the growth. Part of the challenge of accommodating more women is having the proper ice time, and that we know who's coming out so we can structure the league appropriately to meet the needs of the women that are playing.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Leslie, and you came into hockey. You weren't a hockey player in your younger years in minor hockey, but you came over, and I guess that's where a lot of the people have come from. A lot of the women that play in your association have come to the game for the first time ever.
Yeah, for sure. It's my experience was that I was a figure skater, and then I liked team sports. And so when the ladies first approached me to come and try it, I had already switched to hockey skates, and so it was a matter of borrowing some gear and trying it on. And most of the women that do try it have some experience in some form of team sport, and then they do come out and start building their skills and improving hockey skills, but just the whole team camaraderie and the social aspect of it is really sort of what draws the ladies back, I think. It's that opportunity to have, some athletic activity and some exercise, but also the social aspect of it. So. And
the bonding within a group of players on a team. Yeah. So Jackie, I guess there's some changes starting to happen with the association, and you're looking at, with the growth, dividing up by skill level a little more.
Yeah, we've got kind of 3 separate divisions. We have a house league that's largely been for recreational to experience, but it's really been a space for new hockey players to come out and give the sport a go. And we've got 2 traveling teams. So that house league, we are now tiering into the recreational and a little bit more competitive. We're seeing a growth of a wide range of skills, and we want to give all women a chance to play kind of at a place that they feel comfortable.
So where can people find out more information about?
We have our NanaimoIslanders.ca is our website. We have a Facebook group as well, and that would be the best place to look for us.
Wonderful. Well, that's just been just a little taste of what's going on for female hockey. If you're at all interested, certainly contact these ladies through the Islanders website, and we'll throw back over for some great food with Kimberly.
Oh, thanks so much, Brian. I hope they get lots of registrations because that's awesome what they're doing. So I am so excited because we get to make tiramisu. How awesome is that? I'm hanging out with Vivian Maltesen, and she's with New York Style Pizza in the North End on Dover Road. And I met her because she's part of Feastival, and we've been talking about Feastival. And then I said, oh, you want to come on the show? We'll talk about cooking, because she has this great cookbook. And she goes, oh, let's make tiramisu. I'm like, we're in. So, okay, so we're going to make tiramisu. So what is the first process? We have to go grocery shopping.
Oh, yes. Well, we first need some mascarpone cheese. Mascarpone? If you're making an 8x8, 16 ounces, then we need a half a liter of whipping cream.
Whipping cream, okay.
We need coffee.
Okay, but there's a secret sauce inside that coffee. Let's be clear.
Well, it's Kahlua.
Yes. I know, right?
And ladyfingers.
Okay.
And that's it. Well, we do put coffee, cocoa on top of it.
So these are all things you can get at any grocery store. You're
any
good
grocery
to go.
store, yeah.
Good. Okay.
And I've done the first layer of the lady fingers, and all you do is you dip them in, put them down. You whip
So we're kind of making like a really interesting dessert lasagna.
That's about the size of it.
like that
Now
idea.
the cream and the mascarpone cream is mixed with a little bit of sugar, about a third cup of sugar.
So we're going to take the cream and we're going to put it in the beater.
And then you-
just beat the. I'm sorry, I was going to
Yeah.
say something else, but
Yeah.
beat it like crazy. And then we're going to make that really.
And then you whip it together,
And then you mix it
now you
together.
just layer half of it on top of one.
Okay.
So now I'm getting it all over, but that's,
That's
okay.
a great part of cooking.
Yeah. So there you go for your first layer. It's
Okay.
really simple.
So you've got your. Okay, so how do you, with the lady fingers, what do you do to get them that wonderful.
We'll show you.
consistency?
1 second. And then you just spray some cocoa powder. And this is what you do is you have your coffee.
So you don't dip it in very long.
No, because for one thing, the cream will also make it soft. But
So they look hard, but they're going to go really soft.
Oh heavens, they're not soft. They get soft.
They do.
Quickly.
Okay, that's part of that beautiful
Yeah.
taste of
Yeah,
tiramisu.
that's it.
And this is an Italian dessert, but you give it your own kick, right?
But I make it my own.
You do with everything in your cookbook. So one of the things in the cookbook that you sell, I know, is the Manhattan dressing. But for some reason, you didn't put that in the cookbook. Why is that?
Because it's a secret.
Oh, more secrets from you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So we
Well,
of
do you
course
get
I
it?
can't.
I'll get it.
Yes.
that's great.
No, that you have to buy at our restaurant.
Well, it's also a different Save on Foods and various things like that locally too.
Country Grocer and
Yeah, if you do
49th
the
Parallel.
secret
So
sauces.
there's a few places that have that buy it, and you can get it there. So
So you do this recipe at the restaurant?
Yes.
Okay. And you also have catering, Big Apple Catering.
and we do that too for whoever wants it.
Right. Okay.
We'll do that.
So, okay. So now we dipped.
Yeah.
We're now putting on another layer of the whipped cream mascarpone cheese.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's
And
good.
and also when you have the mascarpone cheese, make sure that you add about a third of a cup of sugar.
That's
to
what I was
it.
going to ask
Yeah.
too. That you're adding a sugar to that, so that you can beat that in.
Yeah.
And then you blend everything.
Yeah. And there, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. It's really easy, and it tastes
could do this.
really good. And you don't have to bake it.
Oh, that's good. So the great summer treat too, right?
It's
So
really
you
good.
You can take it to any gathering.
I would leave this about 5-6 hours, and it'll get really nice.
Oh, it gets that
and,
juice and all that.
and then the cookies are actually really soft by then.
Okay,
you know?
great.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I serve it, I also put chocolate on shavings on it, or you can put pieces of chocolate on top as well.
Right, so there's
That's
lots of
it.
options.
And
Okay.
that's how easy it is
That's
to
how
make.
simple that is. Okay, so we've got the magic finished result too over here. This one's been sitting for a couple hours. And Vivian has been so awesome to bring a giant one because I know the volunteers will really love this. So, and she put the special Kahlua in there too for you guys.
Right.
I know. Super awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about some of the, why did you create this cookbook? Like,
Well,
why?
actually, it was my daughter. She said, about 5 years ago, she says, why don't you make a cookbook on that? Well, anyways, I started doing a cookbook. It just sort of grew. And then I kept asking my friends, give me a favorite of your recipe. So I added theirs in there too. So it got a little bit bigger than I really expected or wanted, really. I just wanted a little cookbook. But anyways,
And
that's
now
it.
it's for sale. You can get it at the North End New
Yes.
York style pizza.
Right.
That's great. We can get that there. How much are they?
Well, they're $20.
$20. Good deal. And these were Christmas presents, so you actually created these.
Well, I did didn't put them up for sale yet or anything. I just made them for my friends.
Yeah. Well, there's some amazing things. So I have a favorite thing of chicken pepper cash. She's got it in this cookbook, which
Good.
is amazing. So you're at the New York style pizza in the North End. That's on Dover Road, right?
Right, or behind Costco is the Dover
Just down
Road,
that way, yeah.
or if you go to the end of Uplands, there's a little strip mall, and we're in there.
Really?
so.
And you know what? Best gluten-free pizza, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
Will do.
And lots of meat. You make them with me. Anyway, they're good. So we have lots of fun. So what else? Any other really cool recipes that people should know about in the book?
Well,
Pizza, but that's a
of
given.
course. My husband is Danish, so I put a little bit of Danish in there, like a smorgasbord foods. And I'm partly Ukrainian as well, like my background. So I put some Ukrainian recipes in there too.
Man.
So
I see Matt's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Matt, I got you a fork because I totally know you're into this.
Yeah.
There's no beer in it, but there's other things. Look at
balance,
that.
right?
I know.
Seriously, I'm actually allowed to give
You
it a go?
are allowed
You
to.
are.
Yeah. We're going to scoop it up for him, and then there's no germs. She'll feed him.
This is
She'll like it.
All right, here we go. All right,
Try
so
it.
Charlotte,
so
let's
good.
give there a look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Easy.
Tell me if you like it.
Ooh.
That's good.
It's the Kahlua and ladyfingers.
That is
cream.
awesome.
Is
oh,
it?
wow.
Good.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad. As I say,
Oh, I
it's a
just
real,
fell. Oops, sorry.
it's a real easy recipe for anyone to make, you know, for
Even
company
Matt?
or anything.
Woo, woo,
Even
woo.
Matt,
Oh.
you know, you can make it. Anyone can make it. It's really easy.
That is awesome. Well, thank you
But,
so much. Oh, sorry.
But
yeah.
you can get it at the restaurant too. So
I was going to say,
down
yeah,
there.
New York style pizza in the North End, which I think should be called Ontario pizza if it's that
Right.
north of New York. Sorry, really. I'm
right.
getting my bad joke started. Yeah, New York style pizza, Big Apple Catering. Vivian, thank you so much for being here.
Good, thank
Kim,
you.
thank you so much for rallying us up together. And one quick last word on Feastival again. I think
Oh,
it's
that
totally
is
fair to say
June
that. So.
17th and 18th. Vivian's going to be there, and I know she's doing
Yeah.
that Manhattan dressing in her salad. I know
Yes,
that, and
yeah.
some other little tasty treats. But there's lots of awesome going on at Feastival on June
Yeah.
18th, and Sips is on June 17th, and I know you're there, so it's going to be great fun.
Absolutely awesome. Well, thank you guys so much once again.
Can't
I'm coming
wait.
back to eat more of that soon. Wrap up the show really quickly. Again, we're talking
Thank
about
you.
like New York style pizza and pasta. So I remember I actually just came back from a real intense trip to New York, and so I would refresh myself by drinking water from a bubble in Brooklyn. All right, though, and then so the other night I went down to a country night at the Queens where I tried to ride one of those bucking Bronxos. So, or maybe it was a buffalo. Anyways, on trying to do that, I did spill that bubbling water all over my shirt. Now I need a new jersey. So anyways, another thing, I also doing some home renovations recently. So I actually ripped off all the covers and the upholstery off my sofa. So now I have a Rochester field. Oh, man. Man, hatter's gonna hat. Okay, so anyways, I know that's a poor Syracuse for a joke, so, but you take a chance every time you watch the show. So before the rest of the crew goes yonkers, I'm gonna say thanks to all the guests and the hardworking volunteers and staff, front of the cameras and behind the scenes. Hey, if you want to be on the show, especially if you have better jokes than that, contact our executive producer, Kate Bergen, kate.bergen@sjrb.ca. And if you want to volunteer for the show, we've all sorts of new volunteers on the program today. And actually, on pretty much all of our crews are my volunteers. We love them. We'd love to have more of them. So drop a note to our volunteer coordinator, Melissa Hall, melissa.hall@sjrb.ca. You can find more about this program on Facebook, facebook.com/The Show on Shaw. Also find us out on the Shaw Central Vancouver Island YouTube page for previous episodes there. But before we go, as we always do, we must end off with some more fine music. Again, the guys from Golden Shadow and the Stacks, double duty, doing wonderful stuff here tonight. So one of the songs from the new Golden Shadow EP, Birdhouse, the song's called Little Death. And here's some great life to you watching the show right here on Shaw TV.
Are you home? Can I stay wrapped up in the warmth of your coats and your books and that leather couch in your father's house? Things I knew. Things I knew and haven't lost, carried on and put down into song for too long. Things unknown. I'm in her room, I'm stealing clothes. I can't believe her words could turn me into to stone and I'm alone. I'm afraid that this distance shows we won't last the day. Run away, watch it break in the days, as I knew ripped away. Be the living fulfillment of my dreams. You must be the living fulfillment of my dreams. You must be